What is up, everybody? Today is the first day for Whiteboard Wednesday. So essentially, every Wednesday, what we're going to be doing, or most Wednesdays, is we're going to be pulling up the whiteboard and just talking about a different topic. And this week's topic that we're going to talk about is follow through. So not follow up, but follow through. And I'm joined by this guy.
What's up, everybody? Travis Lockett here with GGMS. How you doing today?
Perfect. And what he's going to be doing is kind of going through a few of the things, what it means to follow through versus follow up. And we're excited. We're just going to stay on for a little bit of time. If anybody's having any trouble hearing us or anything like that, or video audio issues, let us know in the comments section so that we can definitely address that immediately. But other than that, Travis, go for it.
Yeah, let's get right to it. And like Mike said, this is our first Whiteboard Wednesday. We're super excited about actually bringing valuable content to agents all around the country, and our northern friends too, in Canada as well, and the U.S. But what we always want to focus on when we're bringing content is driving ROI and not vanity metrics, right? We're looking at return on investment, and that's always what our conversations are going to be geared towards, because there's a big problem in the real estate industry where there's a lot of gurus and coaches and, people who go out in their first year, sell, 35, 40 homes, and then they want to just be a coach or whatever it is. Or they'll be on stage and they have, $100 million in sales, but they also have $100,000 in credit card debt that they racked up, and they're, 3 months behind on payments. So today, talking about follow through, I'm specifically going to be talking about how you can follow through with your past clients and sphere of influence. But before we do that, since a lot of you may have just done business planning, or if you haven't done it yet, you really should, because your real estate transactions run behind. So the activities you're doing today are going to translate to your January or February in most markets. So if you don't know these numbers already, I'd really like for all of you to figure out the following things, right? And please excuse my handwriting. Josh was going to do the first Whiteboard Wednesday today, but he's not here, so I'm on the spot. But either way, we're going to look at closings, okay? And we'll have the address here. Okay. We're going to look at GCI, or revenue. If you're watching this and you're not familiar with real estate terms, that says revenue. You probably can't read it, but that's okay. And then lead source. Okay. So I'm just going to put a number here for units, but what you would do is have these broken down to your addresses, right? Like line by line. And I'll get out of the way once I write this down. So we got 10 units here, and we got 3 units here, and we have 1 unit here. Okay. I'm getting close to the edge, right, Mike?
No, you're over there.
I'm right.
No, you're perfect, man. It's all good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's say 100,000 past clients / sphere of influence.
And real quick, for anybody out there who's watching us on Facebook, particularly, all you need to do is go to facebook.com/StreamYard. We're using StreamYard. That's the service that we're using to do this today. And what you need to do is you need to accept the permissions for us to be able to see your comments. All right. So if you want to engage with us, if you want us to put your comments up on the screen, if you want us to answer any questions as we go through the material, that's going to be the best way for us to be able to do that. So just go ahead and make that happen. Really easy. It's in the middle or at the bottom of the post or top of the post, wherever it's at on Facebook. I believe it's above, right, Travis?
It's above or below.
Scott, heck, you can't make me.
I don't know.
I love it.
I
love it. Yeah, and this is a great exercise, and this has a lot to do with that following through. You were talking earlier, Travis, about as we go through like business planning clinics, and a lot of people are getting ready for their next year, right? Goals are being written down, things like that are being done. What are you going to do specifically to follow through on those things? And more importantly, where are you going to invest your time? Where are you going to invest the energy? We only have so much time every day, right? And we can leverage by building a team and growing and things like that. But even as you grow through those people, there's only so much time that they have in a day. So where are we going to focus our energy, our concentration in order to get the highest return and ultimately have a more satisfied business, right? Where we don't feel like we're working constantly over and over again for pennies on the dollar, right? So here we go, Travis. Take us through what we've got on the board here.
Yeah, so you probably can't read this.
Oh no, it's perfect, man.
Thank you, Mike, for your vote of confidence here.
Yeah, I love it, dude.
My 7-year-old daughter has better penmanship than me already, but I can type faster still. So up here, how you can make this, and you can make this in a spreadsheet, on a napkin, however you want it to be. Spreadsheet would probably suffice, or you could use a company like Sisu. Brian and the guys over there are awesome at sisu.co to track all these metrics.
Yeah, big shout out to Sisu, man. Good people over there. They're doing really cool things. They're constantly working on the product. We love it.
And you can also hit up CTE, which is Commitment to Excellence with Cal. They do a good job too.
Is that that's Calvin? What's his last name?
Merkin.
We see it every single time. It pops up on CTE.
You know, Cal probably doesn't know me well, but he's the quickest responder to emails ever at volume that I've ever seen in my life. So great work, Cal. I hope you see this. Love your product. Sisu or CTE are great products to use in that field. If you have a product like that, that you think any of our viewers in the future would help people track their primary business metrics like I'm about to talk about, reach out to us. We don't get affiliate money from either one of those. They're just both good options for products. So closing address. Now, I did this on the spot here, and this is not what the sheet would look like, but there would be 10 lines here with 10 units. So this says 10 units in our first row. And actually, I can hit a number 1 here, a number 2 here, and a number 3 here. So we have 10 units in our first row. I did top to bottom, most units closed. And we have 3 units in our second row, and we have 1 unit in our last row. So this says GCI, or our gross commission income, our total revenue. So let's just assume $10,000 on average per closing, okay? $100,000 here in gross revenue for the business. $30,000 here at 3 units, gross revenue from this lead source, and $10,000 here at 1 unit for this lead source. This is 14 units. The average real estate agent in the US closes around 12 units per year. And in some markets, it's much lower. Like we're in Pinellas County where it's about 4. And that could be average or median, but they're relatively close. So to the lead sources here, number 1, if I had to ask everybody, if you were going to guess what lead source that was, and what it most commonly is past clients and sphere of influence. Typically, though, that is from a business that has been established for a while, or someone that has an affluent sphere of influence or past client thing they go into, right, Mike?
Yep.
You know, like for example, when I started in real estate, I had lived in Clearwater for 24 years prior to getting into it. I went to high school. I worked there. I had a big sphere of influence. Mike over here, he moved from St. Louis, right? They picked a place on the map, and they ended up in Clearwater Beach somehow. And I'm so glad that he did, because he's a great friend and business partner. But Mike did not have a very big sphere of influence when he came here, so he had to take a different approach. So you can't always just jump into the business with this. But I illustrate this point here. Let's just say that this hypothetical agent spent $5,000 to market to their sphere of influence and past clients, and they got $100,000. Mm-hmm. So their gross return, you know, it's 20 to 1 for their gross return before we talk about their other expenses. This one here, and this isn't always true, and I'm just poking fun. There's some teams that do really great with Zillow or Zillow Flex or Realtor.com when they have systems and processes in place, like ggmscoaching.com, if you want to check that out. But Zillow, here I have the lead source cost at $40,000. And then I have the GCI here at $30,000. Now, I'm not great at math, but that's a loss. That's a $10,000 loss. And believe it or not, this happens all the time when I'm looking at businesses. The sad thing is that a lot of business owners don't even realize they're losing money with lead sources. So if you haven't done this or understand these metrics, I always will talk about it. It's understanding what your return on investment is per lead source and breaking it down like that. So my last one here was door knocking at 1 unit, $10,000 in GCI. It costs $500 plus time. And right now it takes confidence, or, depends on what market you're in, because door knocking can go either way depending on what state you're in.
Yeah, that could go south real quick right now.
But you can still do circle prospecting, which, there are phone books, there are free numbers out there if you're limited on budget. So all of this takes to the point. If I have a new client who is having us do digital marketing for them, like pay-per-click marketing, and we can generate a 6-to-1 to 15-to-1 gross return, we still have to think about time spent on the leads and the software to follow up with those leads, because pay-per-click leads or online leads typically close at a lower rate than, say, a referral from a past client. But that being said, if I have the lead source where it's 6-to-1, 10-to-1, 15-to-1 gross, where we have time spent on those leads, because you have 99 leads with a pay-per-click lead that may not close out of 100, it can still be a good lead source if you have the systems in place to get more past clients. Any large real estate business that is highly profitable is going to have past clients and referrals from their sphere of influence as a big part of their real estate business. It's just the bottom line. If you're trying to get any type of profit margin over 20, 30%, that's typically what you will see. So that brings us to the whole point of this thing. It was follow through, right? Do we have a eraser, Mike? Yeah.
There it is right there. The manual style Windex with the paper towel.
I like that. We'll do
Those
that.
little dry erase things never work, man.
Which one?
The little eraser things they try to sell you. They look like a little eraser brick thing, just kind of moves the dry erase stuff around, never really takes it off the board.
Yeah. So, by the way, if you look at where real estate business comes from, the National Association of Realtors, or NAR, does a study each year, and it will show you where most consumers find the agent that they work with. And the vast majority of it is referral, like as far as gross percentage goes. So that metric there does not surprise me. A lot of people feel comfortable making one of the largest financial decisions of their life with a solid referral from somebody they know, like, and trust.
And with today's topic about follow through, I think if we're being honest with ourselves here, how often are you following up and following through with your past clients, with your sphere of influence? Are you doing this on a regular basis, or is this something that you've lacked inside of your business? Because once again, as we go into 2021 and put this whole mess of a 2020 behind us, what are you going to do to stay in contact and follow through with making sure that the largest lead source of, like Travis was saying, high quality, high converting leads, what are you going to do to follow through with those people? And ultimately, it's less about getting the sphere to retransact with you, because that is awesome when we can get our sphere of influence and close clients to either transact or retransact. But what can we do to help make those people advocates of us and our brand, so that their networks and their pockets of people that they work with, hang out with, whatever that is, how can we reach into those pockets of people where that end user who's coming to us is being referred by a past client or someone who's in our sphere of influence, and that's somebody they trust. I mean, that's the reason things like Yelp, even if you go on Amazon, I mean, how many people, when you go on Amazon, before you purchase anything, you look at the reviews. You are trying to see what other people are saying about this person or this person's product, how well this product works. And for us in our industry, we are the product, right? When we're being referred, we are the product that's being referred to the other consumer. So What are we doing to make sure that we're staying in front of those people and that we're being the talk when it comes to real estate when they're talking with their other circles of friends and family?
All right. So this plan can vary. Your entire marketing to your sphere of influence or past clients list is going to vary in a lot of cases, because if you're doing it right, you're talking about things you've done for your community or success stories that you're happy about on behalf of your clients, not talking about yourself, but talking about why you're happy to help other people. But to the point, like, so many people will close with a past client, or they'll have someone who refers them business, right? And they'll say, hey, thank you, or they might give them a basket at closing, like a little gift basket or whatever it is, but there's no long-term follow-up. So I'm just going to talk about a few basic things that you can do, and then we'll be done with the first Whiteboard Wednesday to follow up with your sphere of influence and past clients indefinitely. If you have an IDX website through your brokerage or a premium outside, service that you buy, like say Sierra Interactive or Real Geeks or Chime or Boomtown or whatever it is, most of them have features to where you can put any people who have shown any interest in buying an e-alert. So if your sphere of influence says like, yeah, we might buy in 2 years, well, make sure you have them on e-alerts. In fact, every single person in your database should be on e-alerts or market updates unless they've specifically requested for you to no longer send to them.
And let's be clear, e-alerts, that's a term that's used inside of Sierra Interactive. E-alerts, property updates, right? This is sending them a list of properties, keeping them up to date with what's on the market, specifically things that are in their certain community neighborhood. When we're talking about sphere of influence, right? All the way down to the subdivision level. Hey, just keeping you up to date with what's going on out there.
Yeah, that's a great point. I completely forgot, right? I want to think about newer agents too, who might be more budget conscious. You pay your MLS dues, right? You have access to your MLS, whether it's Flex or Matrix or whatever it is for your MLS tool. A listing alert for buyers, put them on a listing alert so that they get automated emails with new properties.
Something's better than nothing. Let's be clear.
Market updates.
Work with the tools you have in front of you.
Yeah, I have a future client of mine, hopefully, and he'll be referred to somebody else out there. But Garrett Hewison, who told me that he was selling his house and buying another house right when I got started. I used to work with them, and I was already counting the commission and what I was going to do with it. Okay, and I put him on a market update showing them what houses for sale in Dunedin, Florida, were doing in his market. So it was sending him sold properties, pending properties, active properties. Now, guess what? That was nearly 5 years ago, and Garrett still has not sold his home, and he's still a good buddy of mine. And he'll probably sell his home one day in the future, but he still looks at that market update. I don't have to call him. It would be better for me to call him, but he still gets that. It's set and it's forget it. You set it and forget it, and then it's done. Super simple here, guys. And you have the tools already. You're already paying for them. I like a kinesthetic touch as well. Once a year for new agents who get into the business, get a list of at least 200 people you know. Find out what their addresses are, their emails. You need the phone address for this next step.
And let's be clear, there's that memory jogger. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, you can
just Google search it.
Go to Google and search for memory jogger. There's multiple different ways where it's going to go through and just list through, like, who do you know? What teachers did you like? What teachers did you kind of like?
We're talking dentists. We're talking anybody, or the mechanic that you go to if you go there, oil change, just anything you're doing on your day-to-day routine. Start being a little more aware of the individuals that you're having repeat conversations and interactions with that are not necessarily industry people. I know a lot of times we can get wrapped up in talking to other real estate agents or other real estate agents in the office. Yeah, they don't really need our service. We're all licensed there. But when it comes to getting, a haircut or anything, just think about who these people are that you're interacting with and how you can pull them a little bit closer to your business. In
your day-to-day life, right? Whether when you go to lunch and the owner of a restaurant, there's so many people and I see so many people's businesses where they don't have anyone in that database of people they know. So follow through with the people and share updates about real estate with them and things you're happy about in the community. So a kinesthetic touch can be either an announcement that you're so excited to be joining some great company that you've joined and you're in real estate and you would love the opportunity to service them with their real estate needs in the future, or any of their friends, family, or coworkers. Okay, if you have 200 contacts, it's going to cost you like maybe $400 with a really nice mailer and letter to do it and some time. I guarantee it will generate business for you. Digital follow-up here too. This is a thing that so many people miss the boat on. It costs anywhere from $10 to $40 per 1,000 impressions or views of an ad that you create on Facebook or YouTube or Google or whatever the platform may be to do what I'm particularly talking about. On Facebook, it's so simple to get a CSV of all these 200 contacts. All you need is a name, phone number, and email, and you can match anywhere from 80 to 150 of these people when you can upload them into Facebook, and you can literally pay $10 to $50 to be in front of these people 10 to 20 times. And I might have butchered that math, but either way, it's literally pennies to directly put your content in front of your past clients and sphere of influence. So if you're not doing this, or you want some better ideas about how to do this, subscribe to our YouTube channel, go on Facebook and follow our pages. Go to ggmsmedia.com and schedule a free strategy call with you. You don't have to work with us, and we can just discuss some strategies that may make sense for you and your business to follow through with your leads, and definitely digitally. But I think that's pretty much it. Who's muted? Am I muted?
Yeah, I've got you muted on that one because we're using the microphone through this. We'll have to double check that.
Okay.
Scott would have pointed that out. If we were muted, I would have hoped so.
I see the audio over there. If not, then that would be a hilarious Whiteboard Wednesday.
Oh, this would be the great Whiteboard Wednesday if we were muted the whole time. Chances are that might not be the issue. I don't, once again, I don't think Scott would have let us go through that whole thing on mute. I know it says mute on there. That's just we're using two different devices here to be able to do that. But yeah, that was Whiteboard Wednesday. We're going to start doing these. We're going to start doing these as many Wednesdays as we can. We hope to be doing this like for the infinite future, right, of Whiteboard Wednesday.
Yeah, and just
we'll have Josh with us next time too. The Rubber Chicken, they're up there. He can't see it, but you know.
I mean, they're hanging up there on the TV, but
yeah.
Either way, guys, when you think about that, we're running campaigns like this for a lot of our clients now. So
yep. And Scott.
Oh, Scott, thank you so much, buddy. Yeah. I was just in Louisville.
Yeah, you were.
I should have met up with you, buddy.
Visiting family, right?
I was. It was very chilly up there, but the leaves were, nice and orange and pink and red. But so you think about this with the clients that we're running these campaigns for, like so many people are so attracted at going and generating new leads, like doing Facebook lead ads or whatever the case may be, or Google pay-per-click ads for generating forced registration leads. That's great. Just please do this first. Don't forget about the people who built your business and made it the most profitable. The people who gave you chances in the beginning.
Well, also the people who know you best.
The people who already like and trust you.
The internet lead, and trust me, that when we started this whole conversation, a lot of what I've done in real estate was all internet lead based. That's an awesome lead source, right? And it's a scalable lead source because you can buy as many of them as you want, right? If you've got $500 or $500,000 a month, you can get as many leads as you need to support your business. However, you are a complete stranger to those leads. These leads know you.
We literally specialize in online lead generation and scalable, cost-effective follow-up. And at the same time, we also are vested in our clients' success and any agent that we talk to about, real estate economics. The people that we work with, or the strategies that we're giving, we're focused on people actually making more money so they can pay their bills, pay for college, buy their dream homes, go on vacations, hopefully. So to that point, still online lead generation, when you do it right, is a cost-effective, scalable lead generation lever. It's a recruiting tool. It's awesome to show to sellers when you're at a listing appointment that you have 20,000 people to your website every month, because what did the other guys show them? They didn't show them anything. They probably didn't even bring comps in a lot of cases. But right here for these 200 past clients, let's see if I can get the math right. Let's say we do $50 per 1,000 impressions. So we want to be in front of these past clients I don't know, 10 times a month, for the 200 past clients. So we want to be in front of them with 10 ads a month where they absolutely see them. Okay. You're not going to match them all with the list. So 10 times 200, if you're with me here, is 2,000. Okay. If it costs you $50 per 1,000 impressions, it's only going to cost you $100 per month, plus making the post and content and updating your list, to be in front of them 10 times each month. Just think about that. If you have a good sphere of influence past clients, business owners that are in touch with homeowners all the time, attorneys, surgeons, high net worth individuals, whoever it may be, just the people who are advocates of your business.
Look, for even easier math, $5 a day, $150 a month, $5 a day. That's it. Invest $5 a day into your business. Keep yourself in front of that sphere of influence audience. Upload that audience. Make sure you're constantly refreshing it at least once a month, once a quarter, right? Make sure you're re-uploading a new list of your sphere of influence. But $5 a day, I mean, that's a cup of coffee, right? Invest it back into your business. I think for most people who are in real estate, you can afford $150 a month. All of this stuff can be done using Facebook. You can run ads on Instagram. Super easy to do. Just don't get caught in the trap of running the same ad for 2 months because you're going to exhaust that audience. The key to it is refresh those ads, keep new content in front of them, so that one, they don't get, exhausted and tap out. But two, it's going to make you look busy. And it's the same $5 a day. Just keep rotating that thing, keep it in front of that audience, and it'll pay off.
Yeah. So let's just finish this out. You need a CSV file, which stands for comma separated value, or like an Excel sheet where you have columns and rows, right? If
Facebook gives you a template, you can just look it up. Just say Facebook
clients,
Facebook custom audience, CSV template, type something like that into Google. Facebook's going to get you that information. They're going to give you a dummy CSV file. It's going to have all the header columns that you need to have there, like first name, last name, email, all of that kind of stuff. It'll make it really easy for you to get those people into there. Obviously, export them from wherever you're holding them at, a notepad or whiteboard, or hopefully a CRM of some sort. And just get them out of there, upload them to Facebook, and start using that audience. And make sure that that's one of the top audiences, if not the only audience that you're running ads to, if all you have is that $5 a day or $10 a day to invest in your business. This is going to be the biggest bang for the buck here.
Okay. So to summarize this for my do-it-yourselfers and people who have just a little bit of technical knowledge, if you can set up a G Suite email account or have someone on your team who can do that, you can probably do this. There's plenty of material online showing you how to do these things. You need the CSV of your past clients and sphere of influence, first name, last name, phone number, and email. You need to upload that CSV to the Facebook, as my friend James Shaw likes to call it, /Instagram here. You upload it in your Facebook ads manager. You have to create a business page and an ads account in Facebook. You go to business.facebook.com to take care of all of this. Then you're going to create a post on your business page that so many people spend so much time to do on their business page. They make a very nice post, but it doesn't get delivered to anybody. But what's cool is you can take that post, go into your ads account, your ads manager, and you can create an engagement ad with that post, and you can deliver that post to your past clients directly by spending, a Starbucks a day. Actually, less than a Starbucks a day.
Depending on which order.
Come on, we gotta be real. At most people's coffee is more than $5.
Yeah,
my wife's is not. It's $2.70 for a hot pike with sugar on the side. And finally, if you want to get very technical, you can add a rule for frequency. So that's what Mike was talking about. Don't leave the ad on there for 2 months of the same thing. No one wants to see your same ad 100 times. That's obnoxious. And you're creating new posts on your business page anyways. If you do a rule for frequency, you can set it at whatever you want, and Facebook will do its best to turn your ad off automatically stop spending money once your ad has been delivered, whatever set amount of frequency you've put. So whether it be 3 or 5, whatever the case is, you can do that. Super easy to do. I hope this is valuable to anybody watching this later. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Mike, you got anything else?
No, that's it, man. Once again, follow through. Whatever the goals are you're making for 2021, follow through with them. Make sure that you're constantly checking throughout the year, making sure, am I on track? Am I doing what I need to do? And don't forget the sphere of influence, those people who know, like, and trust you. Those are going to be a major key to your success in 2021. Don't forget about them. Spend the $5 a day, stay in front of them, and it's going to lead to success.
Yeah, and hope everyone's staying safe out there, and everyone go vote too.
Yep.
I did bring politics into it, Mike. Sorry, but I got to go vote.